Welcome back, everybody. I think this will be happy Thursday. So I'm here recording you guys. We're going to go over the study sync, the final two focus questions for Little Women. So here we have our Little Women back. And so we got two more questions to do. Today, sorry, I don't want to block the Little Women. Yesterday, I showed you guys, I kind of went over the first three questions with you, and I also gave you the paragraphs that you can find those that information to answer the question. Remember, you're supposed to be answering these on a Google Doc form, and then you're going to send me that Google Doc form. Today, I'm not going to give you the paragraphs of where the answers are, because I think you guys can find them on your own, and I want it to be a little bit more challenging. But I'm going to go over what you should be looking for. But I think you can find it. Remember to split the screen, do the paragraph numbers, and you should be able to find the information. So let's look at question 4 real quick. Question 4 says, how is the theme of sacrifice for the greater good developed over the course of these two chapters in Little Women? So again, we're looking at the theme, what the story is about, what it's trying to teach you. Very similar to the moral of the story, the theme of the story. And so the theme we're looking at again is sacrifice for the greater good. Okay, sacrificing for others. So if you're looking at the story, look for Beth. It's kind of at the beginning, but Beth is the first one to suggest that the sisters only buy Christmas gifts for their mother and not for themselves. So this is the first kind of lesson or theme that we see of giving to others. The girls are like, we're not going to buy stuff for our mom or for ourselves. We're only going to buy stuff for our mom. So we see that right away. Then Amy wants to buy her mom a small bottle so she can still buy her pencils that she wants. So here we see a character that shows a little bit of selfishness, and that's in there on purpose, obviously, to keep teaching that lesson, to have a character learn the lesson of, no, don't be greedy, think of others before yourself. So she changes, right? And she changes, and she decides, no, I'm not going to get my mom the small bottle. I'm going to get my mom the large bottle, and I won't get the pencils. So she changes throughout the story. The other girls see that, and they praise her. So they praise her for learning the lesson within the story. But that's not where it stops. So they decide, okay, we're going to buy our mom all this stuff for Christmas, nothing for ourselves. Then mom shows up, and mom's like, there's an immigrant family that is more needy than we are. I think we need to give them our Christmas breakfast. We'll just do without, and we'll make it up when we have our dinner. And so the girls, they go along with it. They're like, yeah, let's do that. And remember, the mom does not give them a command. She does not say you have to do that. She puts it as a question, should we do this? And then she wants the girls to participate in that. So as a family, they then go to the immigrant family and they give them their breakfast, they give them their food. And then again, we see the theme of sacrificing your own needs for the greater good. Okay, so that's question 4. Question 5 is similar in a way. So question 5, you guys, says, how does an experience with a needy immigrant family help shape the values of the March sisters? Highlight and annotate the evidence to support your answer. So again, how does that experience helping that immigrant family shape the value for the March sisters? Okay, so remember, they realize that the Hummels, that's the immigrant family, they realize that the Hummels are suffering more than they are. This is their mom telling them this. When they do go to the immigrant family, they're giving their stuff to them, they're talking to the kids. Remember, the little kids, the immigrant family kids, called the March sisters angel children, and they'd never been called angel children before, and they like hearing it. And then at the end, remember, we've talked about the moral of the story. A lot of times, the moral of the story will be implied by a character. Sometimes the author will just come out and say what the moral of the story is. Here we have a character stating it at the end, and it's common to see this. So what does the character say? The character says, so look for it, the character says, that loving our neighbors better than ourselves. Okay, that's loving our neighbors better than ourselves. when they're walking away from the immigrant family, they're going back home. Everything they did to the family, they're recognizing that's loving our neighbor better than ourselves, and I like it. Okay, so it's in quotation marks, and that is the moral, the theme of the story. So that is what you're going to be looking for that, how that experience with the needy immigrant family helped shape the values of the Marx sisters. So that's what you're looking for. That's what you're answering. How did that experience shape the Marx sisters' values? Okay, and again, question 4, we're just looking at that theme of sacrificing for yourself, for sacrificing your own needs for the greater good. Okay, so that's what all these questions are kind of looking at. Remember, we're looking at actions and dialogue, how it pushes the plot forward, and also how it reveals these character traits in each of these girls. All right, do your best, guys. I know this is the hard part. This is always our hardest part, putting these answers down. But remember, do it on a Google Doc. Support your answers with some quotes, some parts of the story. Okay, show evidence. All right, you guys. Tomorrow, you're just going to be working on the quiz questions. They're the same quiz questions we did before. You should be able to get a good score. We've done it twice. Just take your time with this. Do the best you can, and I will see you guys on Monday. All right. Thanks again, you guys. See ya.